Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interests. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available Live Breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Welcome into the Ultimate Autographs Break Room. I am your host, Mike Napolitano, alongside my producer, Nick Johnston. Nick, how we doing over there?
All good, all good. Ready to rock and roll. Stacked to the gills in all these series. A lot of headliners, a lot of good headliner to box ratio. So let's lock in. Let's get it going.
Absolutely. We had both of us here on the morning show, just switching sides here. So still the same heat, still the same breakers, and we're ready to get things
Your
rolling.
screen is not mirrored.
Yeah.
You were looking correctly. We switched it up.
Exactly. Let's get into what we're going to have as our dice roll for this show. As you remember, it has to be a 6 or higher. 6 or higher, so let's roll. That is a 7, so we are good. 7 is our dice roll on today's show. We will be randomizing 7 times in the breaks. For those of you that are new, it'll make more sense when we get there. And how about our wheel? We have 8 different series on the wheel. It is a loaded board and a loaded break room here. So let's find out what we are chasing today. If you're not familiar, the chase is an opportunity at a UA gift card when you also hop into the break. And I love this one because it's the best of the rest. And the best of the rest, when we close out those 11 boxes, 6 of them headliners, another 3 of them have Brady entries, then we can have all 10 names in that Brady entry spot and decide who is walking away with this very helmet that is sitting right here on the table. That is our prize for that break today, but we have to close out the series in order to get there. So don't be shy. Buy your spots in there. Let's get cracking in that. Let me add our
Dive on
chaser.
in.
Yep. Best of the rest. Now, I know last show, Nick was nice enough to also make the practice squad our chase wheel spin just because that was moving. If that ends up being the case in this show too, where, maybe the best of the rest isn't moving, but the practice squad is, I can add it. I can add it to the chase wheel spin. We can go that route with it. But for the time being, we're just going to keep it as the best of the rest. And then we will go.
For what it's worth, halfway to go now in the practice squad double box. 4 spots left.
4 spots to go.
That was the one we were flirting with in the 9 o'clock hour. So definitely hop on in.
Well, let's take a look at our break sheet since we're not ready to go with any breaks just quite yet. that will be over here on our break page. I'm going to drop the link to the break page in the chat here for those of you to go ahead and see it. Then you can drop into whatever you feel is best for you. And we'll
Kind
go
of a
from there.
newer looking sometimes on the website sort. I don't know. If you click on it, I think it has like the related breaks now when you click on a specific one.
Very nice.
And I was looking at it on the phone. It was changed up a little bit, so
I did see that we were going to start getting some changes to the website that are going to make it a little bit easier for everybody to find products.
easier to navigate, kind of
Easier
just
to
cleans it
navigate.
up a little bit.
Yeah, so I know our back end, Mike, he is working on it very diligently, and our whole team here at UA is
Trying to make it more efficient for everyone, make it more visually pleasing.
Yes, sir. So let's take a look at this Best of the Rest series because that is what our Chase Wheel Spin is today. When we take a look here at the picture, these are some really nice helmets, but let me tell you what is left. First of all, the A.J. Brown on the Speed Flex for the Philadelphia Eagles. That is a nice dark lid right there with the Eagles. Wings coming out the front, the A.J. Brown signature up top there. A.J. Brown doesn't come with the book, but as Nick was saying earlier, but a very nice helmet nonetheless, especially if you're chasing a Speed Flex and you're chasing a Philly Speed Flex. I wouldn't hesitate on this. I don't think we get too many Philly Speed Flexes in here. Like we get a lot of Philadelphia Eagles helmets, but I'm trying to think of how many Speed Flexes. Maybe may have had a Jalen
one time
Hurts.
we were getting a couple of Saquon Barkleys.
Oh yes, Saquon.
But those would
yeah.
be in and chased and gone within the first couple hours. So
So I know those are big names, but so is AJ Brown, and I don't
Jalen
see
Hurts
too
as
many.
well from time to time.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. I don't see too many AJ Brown Speed Flexes though, so this is a rare one. You want to jump in here and grab that. The rest of them that are still available in the headliners are authentics, but authentics are great as well. You have the Puka Nacua on the LA Rams. That's a flash helmet right there. That beautiful blue in there with the yellow. So Puka Nacua there. Kurt Warner still available as well. Where's good old Kurt? Oh, he's down here. Oh, you could double up on those. That'd be nice. That is the old school Rams helmet, almost reminiscent of the St. Louis Rams style. But it's that first year that they were out in LA with that dark blue, almost like a black, then that navy. You also have Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god. He's right next to him here on this Salute to Service authentic.
He's
You
all
can
over
see
the
that
break room.
Salute to Service up top there, but it's also like a newer Salute to Service that almost kind of mixed with a slate because they've taken the color out. But I really like this white. It really contrasts nicely with the signature, the blue visor. Yes, guys, visors on Speed Flexes. Oh my goodness, do you believe it? So yeah, jump on in there, grab that one. As Nick just said, he is all over this break page. So I'm gonna go down all the other spots where you can win an Amon-Ra St. Brown. Two different Browns. Both have an A though. But an Amon-Ra St. Brown. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't wait on this one either though. Just get yourself a chance. The last photoed headliner we have in here is Joe Montana on this San Francisco 49ers cherry red looking bucket. That's a very nice one in there. I like that flash on that one as well. Once again, a gold gold face mask with a visor. We've been adding the visors. I think that's a nice touch. You also have James Cook in this, but that is a secondary headliner, so that one is not pictured. And of course, the prize in this series is what is sitting right next to me. That is the Speed Flex signed Tom Brady Patriots helmet. You can see these beautiful Patriots logos on the sides. You have the American flag and the NFL symbol on the back there as well. The Fanatics cert, it's right underneath that little screw socket spot. It's hard to see even on the product cam, but you can see the little Fanatics flag right there. Patriots across the bumper at the bottom. This thing is beautiful.
Star of Ted 2, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And he has done no other things of note other than
Yeah, I
being...
was just about to ask you. I'm like, I don't really know him from anything else. I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
he's done anything
that's
too
about
of
his
note.
peak. He, like I said, went into Star of Ted 2.
Right,
We knew
yeah.
that ended up being a flop, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
I heard he did. He was trying to do something in the other thing that he was in. So we'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe acting isn't his route. Maybe he has to go into singing. Maybe he's got to drop an album.
Maybe that's next.
Maybe he's the next 2 Chainz. I don't know.
Taking a swing at team ownership. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say broadcasting because he's actually doing that.
too.
All right. So that is the best of the rest. Let's take a look at this other loaded series in here, the Can't Miss. The Can't Miss 1 and 4. We still have the Shaquille O'Neal and Dikembe Mutombo, Shaq and Mutombo signed ball. It's a dual signed ball. It's a beautiful basketball right there. But don't swat it like Mutombo would. No, not today. Karl Anthony Towns, Cat on that second basketball is still available. That is very timely considering we are here in the NBA playoffs. You're not going to want to miss out on that one. He is a heck of a player and just an all-time really cool name to have here in the break room. Another cool name and on a very special basketball, that is the Jason Tatum on that finals basketball. I believe that should be finals MVP, right? Was it what you were saying earlier?
Well, he was the finals MVP. I don't know if it says MVP on there, but it just definitely has the finals logo on there.
Yeah, I love the silhouette of the champions printed on there, and I don't think it takes too much away from the green ink, though. That still pops. You could see the JT on there. So Jason Tatum, your defending NBA Finals MVP and defending NBA Finals champ there, Jason Tatum on that Boston Celtics ball. Hey, maybe basketball is not your thing. There's plenty of other things to win in here. How about this Scott Schwartz and Peter Billingsley that's on the Red Ryder BB gun? You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Jersey Slime popping in here. He said, good afternoon, yous too. Leaving in 5 minutes to head up to the Rock for Devils Canes Game 4 at 2:30 our time here in Chicago. Jersey trying to even the series at 2 apiece. Have a good show. Yeah. Jersey, love you, buddy. I can't say I'm rooting for your Devils.
Well, now that the goalie is now the quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, how's that going to work out?
Yeah, Cam Ward, former Carolina Hurricanes goaltender and former Blackhawks goaltender, now drafted number 1 overall.
Yeah, how's that going to work out?
Somehow he got younger, went to college, changed his face.
I know.
That's crazy. Did you see that he posted a video? He was sitting in his little man cave. You could see all of his goalie helmets in the back, and he's watching the NFL draft, and they're like, Cam Ward, quarterback, and he's like, did I just get drafted?
He did this little Sasquatch thing?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, what?
That's good.
So, Jersey, I would say I'm rooting for your Devils. I do like your Devils. I got nothing against your Devils, but I did cover the Canes for a number of years, so I got to go with the team that I think is winning this series with my mind and also with a little bit of my heart. But yeah, that doesn't mean I don't love Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes, Luke Hughes, Dougie Hamilton, I think, came back. So good luck. Hope it's a good game. It should be. Maybe they will even the series up. Take it to 7. I just want to see some good hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get back into this break page here. We still have the Burt Reynolds band won the Georgia license plate from that famous movie. I don't know. What was the movie there?
Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. Ever heard of it? I shouldn't do that because I actually haven't seen it from start to finish, and I did get called out for it on Friday.
Oh, yeah?
Rip and I were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to be honest, I've never seen it start to finish. But a legendary movie, an absolute classic. Burt Reynolds on that license plate. Unfortunately, Burt is no longer with us, so you won't be seeing a whole lot more of these anytime soon. I didn't pick Jersey to win either, especially without Jack Hughes. Canes can never get past the second round, though. That's true. That is true. They can never get over the hump, and I feel like this year they took a step back, losing Natchez and Jury. That Mikko Rantanen trade didn't really work out for them. I mean, they did get Stankoven now, and I feel like that'll help them, but I still don't think it's enough to, they don't have a solid number 1 guy there, and not even really a core anymore. I mean, Teuvo Teravainen was kind of part of that core, and now he's back here in Chicago, so it's Sebastian Aho, Brent Burns, and whoever wants to decide to play that week. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to go very far. I have them losing to the Capitals in the second round. But, I mean, the Capitals, honestly, I don't want to make anything sound easy, but I feel like they have an easy route to the Eastern Conference Finals at the very least. But then again, they're fighting in the benches, them in Montreal. That's crazy. And you never know. Can't count the Canes out in that playoff experience, but Ovi is firing on all cylinders. It's hard not to pick that guy. It's also hard not to pick another guy that came up big in clutch time. That was Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, but we don't have him.
Nope, we got Derek Jeter and David Ortiz still available on the lumber on some baseball on some bats.
But we have the next best thing is Mr. November.
Yeah.
Derek Jeter.
Another New York Yankee.
I was asking this question on Friday to both Rip and to Robbie. Okay, all of these sports, we were just talking hockey. You see a jersey slime, we were just talking hockey. You see Alex Ovechkin surpass the goal total for Wayne Gretzky at 895. But then again, Austin Matthews is on pace to then eventually beat Ovi's numbers.
Okay.
Then you have in football the passing of the torch between Tom Brady basically to Patrick Mahomes. In basketball, you've had the Jordan era that bled into the Kobe era that bled into now the, LeBron versus, I mean, if you want to throw Curry in there, that era. All these sports are improving, baseball included, technology-wise, strategy-wise. I mean, gloves and bats are getting better with the material and stuff like that.
Game's changing every day.
Yeah, I mean, but
between the pitch clock and then now we got torpedo bats, everything analytics-wise.
But one thing that shocks me is that I don't think we've seen another shortstop of Derek Jeter's caliber since Derek Jeter retired. Can you think of a shortstop right now? I can't. I mean, there are a couple guys that, they had a number of really good years. Maybe they're an all-star. But, I don't think there has been one solidified GOAT at shortstop. Sure, you have your Shohei Ohtanis. Sure, you have your Mike Trouts that just genuinely play baseball. But I'm talking like the Brady to Mahomes, where it's the same position. It is that captain position, the quarterback, the shortstop. I can't think of another shortstop past Derek Jeter. The captain.
I can give him a run for his money because I guess, the face of the league went from shortstop Derek Jeter to probably outfielder Mike Trout and then Judge and Shohei.
Right.
All playing in the outfield. I mean, all the best players you feel like play in the outfield. All the ones that feel like you get the biggest
contracts. Yeah.
I mean, Francisco Lindor, probably one of the better shortstops in the league.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see that.
I mean, for a time, you had a chance at Trevor Story, but even here in Chicago, you had a chance at even Javi Baez, but he was more of just like a firecracker on the offensive side, not really the best defender necessarily, but had some time in the sun, I suppose. But it hasn't been a face of the league shortstop as of late. Well, let me take a quick peek.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, so Mr. November, Derek Jeter. But hey, if you're not a Yankees fan, chances are you're on the other side of things. You are a Red Sox fan. How about Big Papi?
Oh, I mean, will be Bobby Wood Jr. Completely overlooking him. He will.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He probably will get there. So
Gunnar Henderson's all right. Yeah, I mean, nothing though that you could make the argument yet. Trey Turner. Yeah.
Oh, Trey Turner. Yeah, I like Trey Turner.
Yeah, but Corey Seager, Lindor, Trey Turner, all up there older-wise. Dansby Swanson on the Cubs side of things.
Corey Seager's a name that I totally overlooked. I don't know if I would put him above Derek Jeter, but I mean, he did win the playoff MVP for both the AL and or was it World Series MVP for both the AL and NL?
I believe so, yeah.
So, I mean, there's only him and Reggie Jackson to have done that. Unfortunately, we don't have Reggie Jackson still in this break room. That did go, but like I said, Derek Jeter and Big Papi.
Well, the blueprints are out there, like I said, with Ellie De La Cruz, Bobby Witt Jr. O'Neal Cruz did play shortstop for a little bit, but now he's playing in the outfield.
Yeah.
There we go.
Interesting. We'll see. We will be, as Palpatine said, we'll be studying your career with much interest to see if they break that mold there. Let's jump into the football side of things in this break because this is why I love the 1 and 4 is because you get a little bit of everything. But how about the football side? That is the Baker Mayfield ripped speed flex, the Tom Brady on the retro Patriots. That's not the one that's sitting right next to me, but the retro Patriots, Patriot Pat on the top there. I love the all white with the blue visor. That's a nice touch. Tom Brady. We actually don't have a video of this one, so we're just going to have to wait to pull that one. Can you imagine not having... This series is so stacked that we don't have a video of the Tom Brady helmet. But on top of that, we also have the Rob Gronkowski, and I will show you a video of that one because we have both the Baker Mayfield here on this ripped Speed Flex. It's got the Dreamsicle Buccaneers old swashbuckler on the side here, holding a knife in his mouth, the old pirate. But you also have the Browns style helmet with the striping going up the top. So you got a little bit of both there. It says Bucks across the front in that red, but like I said, the rest of it is orange. The Dreamsicle coloring with the old Tampa Bay logo goes perfect with the Browns. Who doesn't want a Baker Mayfield, an absolute legend? Over here, you have that Gronk that I was telling you about. Come on now. Okay, so this has a very nice mesh jersey pattern behind it on the Patriots 87 decal right here for his number when he was with the Patriots. And there he is in a silhouette running when he's on the Patriots. We go towards the front of this thing. How about the visor on this thing? My goodness. Look at that. Him standing there on the Patriots, him standing there catching a ball on the Patriots, and then him catching one, diving back into the end zone with the crowd behind him. Very nice. It says Patriots along the bumper. On the one little visor clip, it says New England. On the other visor clip, it's got his number 87. But I want you to note, you also have the signature on the sweet spot. That is really nice right up there. The blue matches the rip in the blue for the Patriots blue that's coming through here. But if you notice, that like cloud-shaped rip on this side turns to red. Now, the Patriots have red in their colors, but not quite this red. That's because this red is for his time in Florida with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's doing his famous Gronk spike in the Buccaneers silhouette here. He's got that logo on the helmet. That is such beautiful artwork. With the mesh style on this side again, however, it is the Bucks color scheme. So this is when he was on the Bucks. It says Gronkowski up above the top. Famous Gronk spike. What's not to love about this thing? Woo-hoo. Let's get one more spin. Show it off in all of its glory. Alex was nice enough to get a close-up of that visor for us. I love these custom visors, Nick. We've seen a couple of them. I want to see some more.
Oh, yeah.
Also in that series, the Can't Miss 1 and 4 unpictured, unphotoed headliners would be Bo Knows, Bo Jackson, Marshall Faulk, Tom Glavine, Fernando Tatis Jr., Timo Solani, and Randy Couture. So there's a little bit of everything. There's some hockey. You want it, we got it. All right, let's take a look at the vault. The vault here is still loaded with speed flexes. How about the Peyton Manning speed flex? We do have a video of that. I'll dive into that a little bit deeper when we go to that. The Troy Polamalu. Oh, you got to see both sides of this because of the skull decal on this. I believe this is a salute to service style logo or helmet in general.
Like I said, almost like Iron Maiden with the skull soldier.
We have a video of this one, so I'm going to wait to break this down until we get to the video. But then we also have speed flexes in Marshall Faulk. Marshall on the Hall of Fame 2011. He signs it 20XI in Roman numerals. That's 11. 2011 Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk on that count on losing the Super Bowl. No, I'm sorry. Colts helmet right there. I'm still salty from the mid-2000s as a Bears fan. Troy Polamalu, I went through. What's the other one we got? Is Baker Mayfield. Where is he at? Oh, he's right here on this slate. Where are my Bucks fans at? Because we have plenty of that here in the room today.
Plenty of Baker.
A slate helmet right here on the Baker Mayfield. That is nice. All silver chromed out like that. So very nice. Michael Irvin is still available in here for those Cowboy fans. Really nice signature there. Willing to find a spot in there to get it in. Very nice on the silver and navy blue Cowboys logo right there. Jamar Chase is still in here. Where's he at? I know I just saw him a second ago. Up here. Yep. On the Salute to Service Bengals lid. I do like the olive green for the Salute to Service aspect mixed with that orange marker that he used to sign on the auto. So that really makes that autograph pop. We love to see that. How about some Saquon Barkley? Super Bowl champion Saquon Barkley. Sorry, Giants fans, but it happened immediately. Saquon winning a Super Bowl ring with the Eagles just this year as he was hurdling over people backwards. An absolute monster out on the field and a heck of a player. So get Saquon Barkley added to your collection now.
Michael Wilcox hopping into that practice squad double box. 3 more to go there, folks. Let's go ahead and hop on in there and break that break.
Very nice. I will get to the practice squad right after this. We also have Antonio Gates on the camo replica. I really love the bright yellow and blue that is added in here, even though it's the camo. It almost looks like the Chargers logo is suspended in midair. You also have that face mask that really pops, and then the light baby blue signature. What a nice touch on that. Eric Dickerson right next to him, also still available. So out west, you have some good opportunities in both the AFC and NFC with the Rams and the Chargers. The Rams helmet for Eric Dickerson has the navy blue in it, but that is one of those beautiful, I believe it's a lunar, because of all that white on there. I love that.
Peyton Manning and Antonio Gates double up. That wouldn't be too bad.
That would be nice. Secondary headliners in this series, and you're going to go, what? When we talk about secondary headliners? Sam Laporta. How about the year that he just had? And you just have the Bears' brand new draft pick in the first round, Colston Loveland, being compared to Sam Laporta. So, I mean, that's a nice comparison. That's a compliment. Deshaun Jackson in the secondary headliners. How about that? Yeah. And Zay Flowers. Ravens fans, where you at? Zay Flowers. All right. Let's check out, though, the speed flexes that are still in this series. How about this not Tom Brady. This Peyton Manning. It's got that digital camo pattern on it. Oh, I love that. That's really cool. This is on what looks like one of those Eclipse Broncos helmets. However, they threw in that extra little artistic pattern. I love the all blacked out visor with the face mask all blacked out as well. It makes that front of that helmet very menacing. You're not going to want to miss this. I'm telling you right now. The orange logo next to the orange auto of the signature, Peyton Manning right there, the sheriff.
2 more spots now in the read option double box. 2 more spots, guys.
2 spots. It is moving. Let me see if I can get to that break before it closes out. Now, how about this Troy Polamalu, though? Woo-hoo, look at that thing. Wow. I mean, I really love that skull. I mean, it's glossy. I love the STS.
The gloss on it almost makes it look like it's a glass helmet.
Right? Like, this looks like it'd be very fragile, but it's not. It can take some force.
Fragile. Scott Schwartz and Peter Billingsley would love that.
Yeah, that's how I had on the brain. Steelers in yellow right here to match the color matched autograph right there on this ripped salute to service Troy Polamalu. We don't see Troy Polamalu in the break room all that often. You got the silver, all chromed out face mask. Oh my gosh, this thing's just beautiful. I keep going back to this skeleton. You know me, I'm a big Halloween guy. I love when you can incorporate something like that into sports as well. All right, so we had 2 to go in that practice squad. Let me go find the practice squad and let you know what is still available in there. There it is. So this is I clicked on the double box. So yeah, we've got a couple spots to go in here. You might want to jump in before you lose the opportunity to win all of these said headliners. How about Dan Marino on that mini right there? Rip would be here, and Rip would be crying because that is his Dolphins. He loves them. And how about arguably the best Dolphin to ever do it, Dan Marino.
Yeah.
On that mini right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown once again. I promised you he'd be in this break room a little bit more. Amon-Ra St. Brown on that Detroit Lions lid. I love the blue that they have. Even as a Bears fan, I can admit it. J.J. Watt in here on the camo Texans lid. It looks like John Cena is just holding up the logo, holding up the autograph, and holding up the front of his helmet because it's camoed out. I can't see it. I can't see it. It's gone. Very nice, though, J.J. Watt. We see his brother T.J. Watt in here quite a bit recently. We haven't seen J.J. in a while, so pounce on this before it's gone. J.J. would absolutely do the same.
Yeah.
You know him after watching him play.
One more spot to go in that practice squad double. Who's going to be the closer Magic there?
One to go, guys. Hey, what are you chasing in this practice squad as I'm running it down? What are we closing it out for? What do you want to see? Because I'll tell you right now, part of what I want to see is this OSU Barry Sanders lid. Yeah. How about that? That thing is nice. Barry Sanders on a clean white OSU lid. We do have Troy Polamalu again. I know I just said we don't see him in the break room that often. That's true. However, we're seeing him twice now on here on this lunar for the Steelers. So a lot of Troy Polamalu in here. Get him before he's gone. It won't be long.
We get him on a signed bottle of Head and Shoulders.
Yeah, right?
Be great.
Ray Lewis on that menacing, attacking Ravens lid. It almost looks like that Edgar Allan Poe style Raven. That's what I picture. Ray Lewis, though, absolute legend, absolute dog. I called for my Ravens fans earlier. Now I'm really calling upon you. You want a Ray Lewis? That thing is all yours.
Grant, where you at?
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor on another camo lid. Camo lids galore right now, guys. Oh, my goodness. Giants had a really good draft in that first round, so, I mean, they might be on the up-and-coming here in the NFL, but Lawrence Taylor, he already did his time. He was an absolute stud, an absolute beast, an absolute legend. Jump in and get that one. We have O.J. Simpson over here on this Buffalo lid.
Large inscription, a lot of notes. I don't think you're going to find a confessional in there, but still,
yeah,
still a nice little inscription.
Miami has the... What does this say? Miami has the something. Buffalo has the juice. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Miami has the oranges, maybe?
Oh, yeah, that is what it says. Would that make sense? It almost looked like the O almost looked like a B. I was like... I
don't know. I would have to look at it myself, too.
I thought it said Miami has the Bengals. I was like, well, wait. No, they don't. But yeah, I think it is. Miami has the oranges. Buffalo has the juice. That killer lid out there still, I think is what Mike Mooning Wilcox was asking. Yeah. Yep. That's my O.J. Simpson is still there.
There we go.
Mike Evans on this burnt orange Bucks lid right here. Very nice. Very nice. And then the Michael Irvin as well. Actually, no. Did we pull the Michael Irvin? We pulled the Michael Irvin.
Where?
On the practice squad. Because we have Mike Evans.
Yeah, Michael Irvin is not available.
I have Steve Smith Sr. listed. Is he on?
He's still available.
Where's he? He's not on the photo, though.
No, he is. He should be.
I don't see him. Huh. Steve Smith. And, I mean, I have the Prescott jersey. Where's Steve?
It's in the description, though. I went ahead and double-checked.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They must have just forgot that one. We do have Michael...
We are closed out on the double box.
We don't have Michael Irvin, but we do have Steve Smith and then also Dak Prescott. So, hey, you could double up if you're a Cowboys fan with some of this stuff. Very nice. Yeah, you also have the Jared Verse and another Zay Flowers in another unpictured headliner. But as Nick said, we just closed out on that practice squad double, what I was just running down for you. So Nick is getting those names in there for us. There they are.
All set.
And let me go ahead and drop this in the chat for you guys to call out the wheel or some numbers. Drop me 2 numbers.
Alrighty, back on the board, ready to roll when you guys are.
Anyone interested in making a half Broncos, half Colts signed authentic helmet, signed on Broncos side? We'll give a
I see 22 and 29.
Oh, signed Manning. I got you. Yeah, 22 and 29 from Mike Mooning Wilcox. So we will go ahead and get that off the ticker. That is in the practice squad. For some reason, the practice squad says 101. I don't think we have box number 101. Where's practice squad in here? I think we have 10. Is it 10 through 18 is what we have? 21, 24, and then 8, 230. Do we have 10 through 18 over there?
We should.
Okay.
For the practice squad?
Yeah. 1 through 4, 10 through 18, 20, 21, 24.
We have 23.
Oh, we have 23.
Yep.
My bad. 23 and 24. 26 through 28. Now we're taking 29 and 30. So, yeah, both of those boxes available. So we'll get those, that ticker updated. Okay, cool. All right. Let me go ahead and get you guys dropped into the randomizer.
Slide you
over
here, Mr. Brady.
Thank you. There's those 8 names. Welcome to the break room, Jeff Capoferri. Jeff, I was calling for you earlier in the first show. I don't know if you were there to see it. You're finally getting the break in here. But also, Kevin Conwell joining the break room. Both of you guys, Not Troop asking, is customer service off on weekends? They're not in the office. I know that because it's just myself and Nick here at the moment. They may be able to answer some questions remotely. Yeah. But yeah, I would probably say they will get back to you on the next business date, which is tomorrow, Monday.
Yeah. Email is always open, but yeah, they're not physically here in the building on the weekends now.
Yeah. So there's those 8 names. Both Jeff and Kevin, welcome in here. Let me know who your team is, who you're chasing, and how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. How'd you hear about us? So you saw in the beginning that our randomization for this show, the dice roll was number 7. So we were going to randomize 7 times to get you your assigned divisions. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Looking good here. Copy. And throw that over on this other page. Now, you can see your divisions a little bit clearer. Move that over a little bit. Mark McAdams, you are in the NFC North. Mark was doing a great job at trying to get these breaks to happen in the morning show. Ooh, excuse me there. So hopefully he is here to see this finally break. Would love to get that for you. I believe that Mike Mooney Wilcox, who could that be? I don't see another Mike in here.
Michael Wilcox, Michael Convey.
Oh, is that?
Yep.
Oh, I do see him in there. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself there. But okay, Mark Adams in the NFC North, Kevin Conwell in the NFC South. NFC East belongs to Jay Bowerson. There's Michael Wilcox, our box caller. Yeah, he's got the box caller magic in the NFC West. Jay Bowerson again in the AFC North. Michael Convey in the AFC South. And then Mark McAdams one more time in the AFC East, followed and rounded out by the AFC West, which is Jet Capofieri. All right, guys, good luck. We're going to do box number 22 first. That is right there for you. Toss that puppy up there. Box 22 coming off the ticker and off the series. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh, okay. Well, it's not a headliner. I'll tell you that. Interesting. So this right here, my friends, is not a name I have heard in a long while. But we have a Washington Commanders Brian Orakpo.
Nice.
Jersey coming off the ticker here. Number 98, you see the signature right there. The JSA cert at the bottom. That goes along with the card right here. JSA still doing the old fashioned with the cards. It's a very nice touch. So that is a Washington Commanders hit. That would be over in the NFC East. Jay Bowerson, you are our winner. Congratulations, sir. You are going home with this one. So Bowerson had that closer magic. That wasn't his closer spot, but he did buy another one. So who knows if that factored in a little bit. But Orakpo to Jay Bowerson. Congratulations, nice. Jay.
Nice one right there.
Get this folded up.
Ooh, yeah.
It's a bigger jersey. You're going to need a big shadow box for it.
Oh, yeah. Let's pull up.
I haven't heard his name in a long time.
No, yeah, splitting his time almost down the middle with Washington and Tennessee. Let's see, what was his best year? Maybe 2013.
I do remember him
in an interception. 11 sacks in his senior or in his
final year.
Rookie year. 2013 might have been his best year with 10 sacks and an interception. He had 3 years of over 10 sacks, 10 and a half, followed up in 2016 at the age of 30, so that's pretty solid.
Huh.
And finished his career at 32 at 2018 in Tennessee.
What was his last year? 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
2018.
Over the 13 games he was in, he started all 13, so good on that. He had a fumble recovery and a sack and a half on the year.
Like I said, it's a name I hadn't heard in a while, and I was like, yeah, it hasn't been like super long, but I was like,
Four-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro Defensive Rookie of the Year. He was fourth that year in his rookie season. So just short of winning Rookie of the Year.
Congratulations, Jay. We'll keep things moving here with our second box in this series.
Middle name, Ndubisi. Ndubisi. Ndubisi.
Interesting.
Brian Ndubisi Arakpo. My goodness.
All right. So, next up.
There you go. Congrats.
Box number 29 in this practice squad. Box number 29. Let's see who our winner is here. Will Jay double up either in the same spot or the fact that he has multiple spots? Mm-hmm. Or will we see a new winner here? A couple other people in here multiple times. We have a mini. So let's see.
Is it the mini we're looking for?
I don't know.
In terms of our headliner.
It is not our headliner mini. However, this was happening to me all on Friday. I tend to pull nothing but NFC North. How about one of the guys I literally pulled on Friday, but still a very nice hit, Aaron Jones.
Nice.
On that Vikings mini lid. That is going to Mark McAdams. Mark, all of your persistence in that 9 a.m. show trying to get this break room closed out, and you are coming home with something in this double box break. Your hard work paid off. I'm so happy for you. I hope you like Aaron Jones because he was a heck of a player, or is a heck of a player.
Yeah, he's still playing.
I'm already retiring him. But yeah, Aaron Jones, what a hit right there. Like I said, we did have another one on Friday, so we've seen a couple of these, but I won't say that they're a very predominant hit in the break room. Just a very, very nice one. So congratulations, Mark. That is a heck of a hit right there. Mark McAdams. Mark, I'm not as familiar with you here in the break room other than just this morning and this afternoon. Where you located? Well, that's maybe a little personal of a question, but who's your team? How'd you find out about Ultimate Autographs?
Yeah.
We're happy to have you. And I'm glad we got you a win. Hopefully he doesn't come back and say, hey, I'm also in the Chicagoland area and my favorite team is the Bears. Because then I'm sorry about the Vikings lid, but still, a heck of a player, heck of a hit.
So two bonus bangers out of the practice squad gets us down to 12 headliners on 21 boxes. Helps out that headliner to box ratio even more across the board. I mean,
and guys,
well over 50% in a bunch of different breaks. So
I'm sure though our winners are very pleased with what they've gotten here because I mean that Brian the Arakpo jersey is a very niche, like diamond in the rough type jersey. I don't see too many of those here in this break room. This is the first one I saw, and then also an Aaron Jones, who I have seen, but you know both ends of the spectrum still very nice hits, and that just goes to show you guys that this and more section, like, why sleep on it, you know? So glad we got that break in there, guys. Let's find out what we are chasing. I'm sorry. Well, what we're chasing is the best of the rest, but let's find out what's next as far as what series we want to close out a break in. So you guys let me know in the chat what you are interested in seeing go down here in the UA break room. In the meantime, we will jump back into our rundown of all the series that are up on our break page. Let me get back over to the break page. There we go. All right, so we had gone down this practice squad right before we broke it. So let's go back over here, join a live break. That's our break page.
Knicks already up 10 in the second quarter, 31-21.
Oh, yeah, they did start already, huh? We did the vault. Yeah, we did the vault. We did the practice squad. How about the diamonds? The diamonds are hot right now, too. Hey, I told you had other opportunities to see Amon-Ra St. Brown. How about on a speed flex? How about on a ripped speed flex? Oh, my goodness, that color rush of the blue right there with the silver lion right in there, that is hot, for lack of a better word. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god, so it better be hot, right? The cool blue colors, but hey, when fire gets heated up super hot, it's also blue. Amon-Ra St. Brown right there on the speed flex. You also have a speed flex in this Josh Allen salute to service lid. Now, you didn't really have, because of the salute to service kind of design that goes up the top of the spine of the helmet here. He didn't have room on the sweet spot to sign, so he had to go along the side here, but it meshes nicely with the aerodynamics of this Buffalo logo. I really like that. So the Bills, Josh Allen right in there. How about Aaron Donald as well? Another speed flex. No, I'm sorry, not a speed flex. This is an authentic, but how about a salute to service? Yep, just like the Josh Allen. You still got that pattern going up the top, but an LA Rams, Aaron Donald. So plenty to love out west today, guys, specifically with the Rams, but also with the Chargers, also with that Peyton Manning that we ran down earlier, the Broncos. But what else do we have in here? Oh, yeah, George Kittle in the west. San Francisco 49ers. How about that team? I've seen a couple of Super Bowls recently. They fell a little short, but George Kittle said, I will be back here. I will be back here. Let's see if he can still get back once again. And
2 for 4 with 4 yards.
Yeah. Not a great showing. But regardless, I do like George Kittle. I do root for him. I think he's a great personality. He's also a big WWE guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's always at those events. So
front row at the Raw after Mania. He was at WrestleMania. What am I talking about?
Yeah. So George Kittle on this gold San Francisco's bucket right here, that authentic with the visor, guys. Remember, the visors are starting to pop out in the authentics. We really like that. Lawrence Taylor, more Giants, more Lawrence Taylor. I believe the other one we had was Lawrence Taylor too. Yeah, it was in the practice squad. Lawrence Taylor once again on this Giants lid. They just had a heck of a draft, trying to rebuild from a terrible, terrible season. That's the nicest way I can put it, Giants fans. I'm sorry, but yeah, go ahead and get yourself some of the past in Lawrence Taylor. We also have the A.J. Brown still available on the Kelly Green Eagles lid right there. You heading out to Philly with those crazy fans, you want to wear this helmet, you'll be respected. Although you might want to just put this one in a nice case and not damage it, not get it destroyed, not get it greased up like the light poles down in Philly. So make sure that you jump in and get this one. I love the blue visor on this one. That kind of really contrasts here. But A.J. Brown does not come with the book, although we have 2 A.J. Browns on the board today here. So if you don't get one, the Speed Flex and the best of the rest, you can get the authentic here too, but jump into both just in case. You don't want one to break, and then all of a sudden you got to scramble to the other break and go, oh, I want the A.J. Brown, and guess what? All the spots are taken, and what comes out next? The A.J. Brown. Send note to AJ91 at Rogers. Interested. I'm heading out. Oh, that's an email, I believe. Because Adam is trying to sell the half Broncos authentic and 175 for a Manning authentic and a Dickerson salute to service. Okay, cool. All right, Adam, we got you in there. Hopefully somebody will let you know if they need that. But then let's move on here. What else is still available? How about Baker Mayfield? Once again, Baker on the retro Buccaneers logo. This one's not ripped like the Speed Flex, I know, but it's not boring because it's still the retro logo. It's still got all those very nice touches to match the color scheme here with the orange and the red. He's even got it on the face mask and the visor. That visor is super reflective. I really like that one. So, Baker Mayfield, your last photoed headliner in this Diamond series. You also have Tim Brown, Eddie George, and the Warrens, Warren Sapp and Warren Moon in the secondary headliners. So they are unphotoed there. But let's jump in here because we still have a video of this Amon-Ra that we still have here. How about that? Woohoo! Very nice right there. I love how the one side's like super blue and the other side just goes to that matte gray because of the rip. It's a nice touch. Really nice artistry. The type of artistry you're not going to find anywhere else, really. I mean, it's just in this Ultimate Autographs break room. I know there's other break places out there, but I don't know. I don't think they quite stand to the task that we set for them.
None of them match up to the amount of series we have, the different type of series that we have, the community that we provide. It's just you can't match it. So here we are. We're the best. Ultimate Autographs.
I think I skipped over the black and blue here. So
possibly, but that's okay.
Let's take a look at this.
Take a look at it now.
Let's see. We have the Rob Gronkowski on this cherry red helmet still available. That's a very glossy Patriots logo right there. In fact, I'm almost certain, but I can't really tell from the picture. We won't be able to know until we pull it out. I'm almost certain.
Similar to his TED 2 partner in Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, voice actor on Family Guy.
Oh, yeah.
And not much else. Not really aware of anything, any other of his work.
It's like they'll work with Seth MacFarlane, and then that's it. So
hosted WrestleMania. And that, like I said, that's about it. That's all I really know him for. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. Why is he on this helmet if he's a voice actor?
We shall see. I don't know. But post-career, he is doing a lot on the NFL panels.
Oh, yeah.
Still a broadcaster, still around.
He's almost in that same breath of like Shaq, where he's just on every commercial. You see him. If he's not endorsing some foot powder, he's probably helping you gamble on FanDuel or something.
He's even in like the USAA commercials.
Yeah,
which it's like, okay, you're going to be in the USAA commercials and talk about how like veterans can save their money, and then you're going to go on the gambling commercials, and it's like, oh, so that's how then you lose said money.
Yep. That's why we're saving.
Yeah. But
so we can gamble it on Nerfies.
Gronk is still available here. But then also, more recently, you have a Josh Allen still here. This is another Speed Flex, a little bit different. I'm sorry, not Speed Flex. Another Salute to Service. This one is not a Speed Flex like the other one that we saw. However, it is a very similar pattern. He signed in that same spot just because of that Salute to Service pattern going up the top. Very nice, though. That would be a huge hit. Would definitely love to see that one come out. Josh Allen, one of my favorites in the game. Do you have him in your top 5 as far as quarterbacks?
Without a doubt.
I mean, yeah, you have to at this point, right? Like he's probably arguably number 2 right behind Brady in active quarterbacks right now.
No particular order. Him, Mahomes, Burrow,
Did I say Brady? I meant Mahomes, yeah. Jalen Hurts, yeah. Probably Joe Burrow, but the Bengals had a tough year.
Oh, yeah, But
then also, what else you got? You got Lamar in that, just cracking 100%. That top 5 probably. Maybe not just cracking. Maybe he's a little bit above Burrow. It's just he can't get it done in the playoffs. It's just I don't know. I take everything with Lamar with a grain of salt. But I don't with Josh Allen because, hey, he may not have a Super Bowl ring yet, but he's got a ring with Haley Steinfeld, so that's it's not something to scoff at either. Myles Garrett is still available in here. How about this one? This I talked about this the other day, and the way I put it is this is like an NHL reverse retro jersey. If you saw the jerseys that they came out with at the NHL, you had a bunch of teams that like their retro logos were on jerseys, and then they just reversed the colors of the jerseys. So, like, if the Kings had black jerseys with, like, the old Kings logo, LA Kings logo on there, and a little hint of purple, they reversed it, and they made it an all-purple jersey with that retro logo on it with just a hint of black. So they reversed the color scheme a little bit, and it looks sick. Well, how about Myles Garrett on this Browns helmet? Usually you see the helmet being orange and the face mask being black, especially in the logo for the Browns. But now this is a chromed-out black helmet, and then the chromed out face mask to go with it, but in orange. And I think that really makes it pop, especially with the color match ink to that. Really nice lid for a guy who got really nicely compensated over this offseason in Myles Garrett. We also have what are we in here? We're in the black and blue. We have the Joe Namath. That's down here on this Jets, almost a slate. I'm pretty sure it's a slate, but it's an all grayed out helmet right here. It looks a little different than most slates that we see, but very nice Joe Namath. We also have the Joe Burrow. We were just talking about him. How about this white and black alternate, the Bengals stripes cutting through there as he found just enough spot to put in Joe Burrow, a.k.a. Joe Cool, on the bottom there. And that's a cool helmet nonetheless. Also available in the photoed headliners. How about Devontae Smith? He's in here. Where's he at? Oh, yeah, right over here on his college lid because he's got the 2020 Heisman inscription on here. He also wrote his number down. Devontae Smith, very nice player in the game. I love how this is basically like a lunar for this Alabama helmet. It's a very nice touch.
Oh, yeah.
The white with the black face mask really contrasts, but then you add in that Crimson Tide red. That's really nice in there as well, too. How about, who did I miss there? Oh, yeah, Eric Dickerson. Once again, Rams fans, where you at? This is like the third Eric Dickerson that I've gone over. There's like the fourth or fifth Rams helmet just in general that I've gone over. This one on the Rave Eric Dickerson. I love the yellow, how it pops on this helmet with that navy blue coming out the top of the Rams logo right there. Huge hit if you were to pull something like that. Love that guy, Eric Dickerson. That'll do it for the photoed headliners. However, in the unphotoed department in the secondary, we also have Marcus Allen and Michael Vick. I don't believe we don't have any videos in here, but I think it's because the videos that we had are for helmets that are gone. They've been picked up already. Let's go back to here, turn off the little Inception screen, the little Russian doll screen, because when it scrolls over here in the corner, it's literally this video that we're seeing. So like you see like a smaller version and then a smaller version and then a smaller. So I don't like it. It's a little distracting. Scroll down and see what we've missed. Well, what we can't miss is the jerseys, the can't miss jerseys. They're a little bit pricier than the regular jerseys, but guys, they are well worth it for the names that we still have available in here. You'll see why. And also we are doing something a little different with these can't miss jerseys compared to just the regular plain old jerseys. You can do a double box break. So you can pull two jerseys. You can double up on jerseys now. How about that? Ooh. So Baker Mayfield is the first one that we have available here on top, but we also have Dick Butkus. You're not going to get too many more of those, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Dick Butkus. But Baker Mayfield, once again in here, I mean, he's all over this break page. You can get a jersey to go with some of those helmets that you win of him. I wouldn't wait. We also have still
That's when you bust out the mannequin, you got the Baker Mayfield helmet on top of the Baker Mayfield jersey.
Yeah. That would be such a nice touch. I mean, I don't know why you'd wait. Definitely get that.
AJ Brown did that. He's got. I mean, again, he's all throughout. He's even got it down to his Pee Wee football team.
Right? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, somebody had made a post not too long ago. Yeah. I was like, wow, this guy loves himself. But you know what? Hey, I have a museum to yourself if you have a career like that. Okay, I guess so. That makes sense. Who else is in here? You might be asking. Well, how about once again on some Western stuff? Marshall. We had him on here in something else. Oh, yeah, in the vault. You could win a Marshall Faulk Speed Flex and then also win a Marshall Faulk jersey. How about that? How much Rams stuff are we going to get in here? That's insane. Marshall Faulk.
Let's see. Let's play that game. How many mannequins can we make today?
Right? I mean, oh, my goodness. Marshall Faulk still available in there. You can also get Bijan Robinson. How about that? Are there any Falcons fans out there? I mean, if you're out in Atlanta, you definitely know who Bijan is. Bijan is a stud. We got him on that Falcons jersey. Somebody was asking me the other day when we were running down this series, what is that Bijan on? Well, he's only played for the Falcons, but they were wondering if it was on his college jersey. But no, that is his NFL jersey. That's for the Falcons.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the other day, was it us two that they had the Bijan ripped Texas and Atlanta lid? Was that maybe you and I last week, or was that me
it?
And
Yeah, you know what? I might have been there for that one. That makes sense.
There we go. That was pretty solid.
So yeah, we've got Bijan on there.
Atlanta didn't draft too bad either. They had a pretty solid draft themselves.
Yeah, they need some help. So I'm glad that they're going to get it.
Was pretty solid pickup.
Yes, sir. And then last but not least, in the photoed headliners, tucked in the corner over here, we have the Steve Young jersey. Steve Young on that number 8. You can see the little signature right there. Unphotoed headliners. Can I speak to Champ? Can I talk to Champ? I'm sorry, who is Champ? There's no Champ here. That question will be answered this Sunday night. Sorry, had to do it one more time. Champ Bailey, though. Champ Bailey in the unphotoed headliners. Just for that skit alone, I know it had nothing to do with Champ Bailey, but just for that skit alone, Champ Bailey should be added to all of our photo headliners from here on out. Let's go back to the break page here and see. We've done the can't miss jerseys. We've done the vault. We've done the black and blue. We've done the best of the rest. We have done the pick 6 diamonds. We've done the practice squad. And we've done the can't miss 1 and 4, which leaves us one and only break spot to run down of what is available. And that would be way down here at the bottom. The Blitz mini helmets. You guys love these things. I love them too. What do we still have available in here? Well, that is the Sean Alexander. Would have been nice if you got to the Warren Moon. And, I mean, I love that neon green.
Doubled up there, yeah.
And you could have doubled up here in the double box of the...
But still can with the Sean Alexander and the Kyron Williams as their secondary headliner.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, so Sean Alexander in here, but Kyron Williams, an unphotoed headliner, you could double up in the same division out west right there. But then Robert Mathis is also in here as...
On the Colt slid.
That's a flash Colt slid. Very nice blue on there. Count on losing the Super Bowl. I'm going to say it every single time. I'm still salty. But, I mean, very nice. Robert Mathis, a heck of a player. I love the blue for the Colts, I will admit. And I love how the white just really pops, especially with the logo and the signature and the face mask. So that is what we have available for you guys. I know Nick ran down some ratios earlier. I think that might have been last show. So the ratios for some of these series, for the best of the rest, you have 11 boxes. I was going over this when it was our Chase wheel spin. You have 11 boxes. 6 of them are 6 of them are headliners. Of those 6 headliners, 5 of them are photoed. And then you have James Cook. But still very nice. I would imagine the Brady entries that there's 3 left. 3 left in the Brady entries. I would imagine those are not in the headliner boxes. So that means you have 9 of the 11 boxes remaining with something that is either a headliner or a chance at a Tom Brady Speed Flex. Let's take a look at this one. Tom Brady Speed Flex. This is the prize, guys. This is what you are raffling off for. I would not wait. I would make sure that you get your spot early for a Tom Brady Speed Flex. Let me slide that guy over. There we go. As far as the can't miss series, that is absolutely loaded. 23 boxes still remaining, which is baffling to me. 17 of them are headliners. That means only 6 boxes have something we don't know. And guys, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag a little bit here because we had done it on Friday. Rip told me that there were some other things that I might like personally in that series that were listed. So we took a little peek behind the scenes. We didn't open any boxes, but we took a little peek behind the scenes as to what could be in that series. And boy, oh boy, that's what's so hard with the Can't Miss series is like everything in that series could be a headliner, but we can't say there are 36 headliners in a series with 36 boxes. Like that's just not like it dulls everything down because now you're like, oh, well, everything's great.
It makes it not so special.
Yeah. So yeah, we want to hype up the biggest of the big names, right? So even the and more section in that can't miss is absolutely fire. I don't know what's still available of that of that and more section in the can't miss, but if it's any of the names that I read off, maybe there's some hockey, but there's also some basketball, and maybe there's also a little bit of baseball. in that series as well. So 17 headliners in 23 boxes, 6 that we're not so sure. The Black and Blue series, 9 headliners amongst 16 boxes. So a little over half in the ratios right there. That is very nice. We also have the replicas that you could buy into. If you're not sure on how to buy a replica, drop me a couple question marks in the chat. Just drop just a question mark, and I'll know what it's for. I will run down how you can go in and buy a rep personal just for yourself or any of the other personals. You don't have to raffle for something. You don't have to jump in the breaks. You just get something coming straight to your door. I'll show you how that works. 2 headliners, that's Jared Allen and Ricky Williams in 3 boxes. So really nice ratios right there. It's 66.66 repeating percent. However, when it comes to boxes, I don't look at those numbers anymore. I just look at, well, I don't care what 2/3 is. There's 2 out of 3. There's a really, really good chance. That almost feels like higher than 66% right there when you can pick something as solid as that. In the can't miss jerseys, we have 6 headliners still remaining. We only have 13 boxes left, so just under half on that one. You can jump in there and get yourself a really nice jersey. We just saw a jersey come out of the practice squad, and it was that Brian Arakpo. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna say his name wrong if I don't look at it while I'm saying it. The Brian Arakpo jersey that, you know, I mean, if there's deep cuts like that in the jersey section as well, you could be going away a happy camper with no matter what you've got. In the diamonds, 11 headliners in 24 boxes. So once again, just below 50%, but still moving along nicely in the diamonds. And who doesn't want those Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Josh Allen speed flexes? I mean, that would be the hit of the century. The vault, 12 out of 24 boxes. That is perfectly 50% as far as the headliner ratio goes, but it gets better. 15 out of the 24 boxes are going to win you something because we have 3 vault keys left. And by win you something, I mean win you something good. I mean, of course, you're going to walk home with those other and more section helmets, but the 3 vault keys left, A, B, and E, we have somewhere in there hidden a $200 gift card, a $100 gift card, and a $50 gift card. So that is incredible. And how about the practice squad? 12 headliners still, because we didn't pull any in that first double box break, and we have 21 boxes left. Yeah, you updated that, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so 21 boxes. Like we were saying right when we broke them, the ratios just got better. So guys, that practice squad can be moving if we want it to. That's an easy one to move. How about the minis? The minis, only 3 headliners left in the 10 boxes, but guys, you always know we break 2 at a time, so that leaves us with 5 breaks left to go in this series, 3 headliners. So that's the way I look at it. 3 headliners in 5 breaks. That's pretty dang good as far as ratios go, and once we close that out, you know just as well as I do, there will be another minis series in the room. Everybody loves their minis, and I heard, Nick, I don't know if you heard this, but I was being told by Rip and a couple others that they're going to start making Speedflex minis.
I heard about that.
So, I mean, the minis are just going to keep getting better. I would just keep buying them out, guys, so that as soon as those Speedflex minis come, we're the first to have them in this break room. You're going to win some cool prizes along the way. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to...
I was honestly wondering that the other day. I was walking around the mall. I forgot what store. I was either like one of those Lids locker rooms or one of those other ones.
Yeah.
And I saw, of course, like they had the Lunar Mini, and they also had a couple other ones. Like, I wonder if they're going to get into the Speedflex version. I asked that to Robbie on air a while ago, and he says, yeah, they're going to start doing Speedflex versions of minis. And then sure enough, they haven't dropped just yet, obviously, to the public, but eventually they will be out, and they'll be able to start signing them. So even get a Speedflex in the mini version.
Well, let's go back and take a look at these minis for just a second. I know we don't have this Ray Lewis anymore, but like there is like some cuts in the top here. It's not the same pattern as a Speedflex, but like some aerodynamic plastic molding and opening here in the helmet that would almost reminisce like a Speedflex. In both of the Seahawks lids as well. I know the Seahawks tend to have that checkered pattern going back, but like the Warren Moon, it almost looks like a straight up Speed Flex because of how like patterned it is on the top. I don't see too many other helmets that have what this Ray Lewis has with the cuts in the actual plastic. I mean, most of them are just a sticker that goes up across the top with the striping, or just absolutely nothing like this Dak Prescott, and it's just a a normal, authentic looking mini. But yeah, that would be so sick to see that coming soon in the break room. So guys, that is everything that is available. We are about an hour and 12 minutes into this show. We've gotten those 2 breaks already. We've also got this prize that should be won by the end of the Best of the Rest series. So don't get it twisted. We didn't poll this. You still can win this. You still can win this. I would win this as quickly as possible, guys. Don't wait, because a Tom Brady like this is not going to be in the room long. Yes, I know we have another Tom Brady Speed Flex in the Can't Miss 1 and 4, but that ain't going to be around long either. So double check your spots. Make sure that you're in what you need to get into, and if you're not, get in there now. Get in there. You don't want to wait. Are you guys sitting at home watching the NBA playoffs? Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Are you sitting at home watching the NBA playoffs? I don't know if NHL has started yet. I think the earliest game is the one that Jersey Slime's going to, the 2:30 Central Time, between the Devils and the Hurricanes.
No, Jets and Blues are playing. They're tied 1-1.
Oh, are they? Okay.
In the second period.
Tied 1-1. Okay. All right. Jets should win this game and go up 3-1 in the series, but I could see the Blues wanting to defend home one more time. But yeah, I mean, the NHL playoffs have been as exciting as they always are and always as advertised. And by that, I don't mean predictable. I just mean like exciting wise. Predicting the NHL playoffs is, in my opinion, even though there are fewer teams, just as difficult as predicting who is going to win the March Madness tournament.
I was just about to make that same comparison.
Because you have no clue. March Madness, what is it, 64 teams?
Yeah.
I mean, that is just the odds of picking the right team and having anywhere near a close and correct bracket is just astronomical. But in hockey, every puck bounce, every hit, every play, every team that gets in there has an opportunity to win you the Stanley Cup. So, yeah,
I forgot what the thing with the long shot is. Like, the difference between an NBA 8th seed making the NBA Finals is like so much smaller compared to like the 8th seed in the NHL could actually make it, just because how wild and crazy the NHL playoffs could be.
Right? There was that one year where they opened up the bracket challenge again and let everybody re-pick, because it was the first time in like decades, and I'm talking like decades. Well, and honestly, it might have had to be the first time in general, because this wasn't really a playoff format back when there were still only like 16 teams or 6 teams in the NHL.
Yeah.
So all 4 number 1 seeds got knocked out by all 4 wild card seeds.
Wow.
So like all of the 8 seeds were moving on to the second round.
Wow.
And it was just crazy.
Bonkos.
Crazy how that works like that. So yeah, NHL playoffs are exciting. NBA playoffs are exciting. What are you guys watching at home right now? Let us know. Or maybe you're not at home. Maybe you're out breaking from the bar. Maybe you're out with the boys trying to win speed flexes at the same time that you're trying to hit your parlay, because you threw in who's playing in the NBA right now?
Right now it's Pistons and Knicks.
Maybe you threw Cade Cunningham points over under. Maybe you threw, who's still on the Knicks? Jalen Brunson's not there anymore.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, Cat, yeah.
Josh Hart.
If you're watching Knicks basketball right now, you might as well win a Knicks basketball with Karl Anthony Towns on it.
Yeah,
duh.
in the 1-4.
I was just talking about how it's a very timely basketball to win earlier.
So, I mean, same thing with the Jason Tatum. You'll see Boston and the Magic later on today as well.
Exactly. Wouldn't that be something? If you sitting at home were able to win the Karl Anthony Towns basketball during the Knicks game, and then when the Celtics come on later tonight, you win the Jason Tatum. I mean, talk about good luck.
Oh, yeah.
That is phenomenal. Let's see what else is going on in the sports world. We got Sunday baseball. Sunday baseball is always exciting, either matinee games or the fact that you have just really nice matchups in the evening on ESPN.
Jays and Yankees doubleheader.
Jays and Yankees.
Sunday night baseball is gonna be Phillies and Cubs.
Yeah. So the Cubs just finally started playing teams not in the West.
Yeah.
They were playing AL and NL West teams for the first 9 series of this year, and they're finally playing somebody not in the Central. They still haven't played a division rival yet in this regular season.
Give them a ton of credit. They started their season schedule to start off was incredibly tough. Seen the Dodgers, 4 or 5 times already. You saw the Padres already. You've seen the Diamondbacks 2 different series.
As a White Sox fan, it scares us both. I think I could speak for both of us that these Cubs, man, I mean, they had probably the toughest schedule to start, like Nick was just saying there, and yet they're 17-10 and leading the NL Central. So,
like I said, I'm sure I'm overlooking another team's schedule in terms of what was actually the toughest.
Toughness, yeah.
Well, the ones I actually did see and pay attention to, this was by far the toughest in terms of, like I said, the Cubs were just playing all those NL West teams.
If you ask the White Sox, their entire schedule is tough because they can't win games.
Yeah.
But, I digress. I
mean, what is looking good, though, is a ton of prospects are looking. Ever since Yadier Quiro got called up, he's been looking fantastic. He's already hitting just as good, if not better, than Andrew Benintendi and Luis Robert.
Yeah. Well, that's because Luis Robert hasn't cared in a while.
Yeah. Kyle Teal's looking good down there. And then Timmy Elko has been looking great, too.
I forgot about that name. Yeah, Elko. Yeah.
Elko's looking fantastic from what I've been gathering. So
Elko was
even the A's broadcaster last night said it, too. He's like, why isn't he not here?
Was Elko in the Red Sox trade? No. Yeah?
I don't believe so. Did anyone win the Tony Romo Speed Flex? I don't see it on the boards. I don't see it on the board, so I believe so. Tony Romo looks to be gone.
I didn't even see a Tony Romo in one of these series, but I could have been wrong. Let me go back and check which one that would have been. Oh, you know what? It was
Best of the Rest.
Best of the Rest. Yeah, it was in the Best of the Rest. That is gone.
Yeah. Still best of the rest, like you mentioned, A.J. Brown on the Speed Flex, Puka Nacua, Kurt Warner, Amon-Ra, and then Joe Montana, and then James Cook. Those are what are left in the best of the rest.
Do we know who won the Tony Romo?
I can take a quick peek.
I opened up this page, and now I can't stop looking at the both the Terrell Davis and the Shannon Sharp were both on the retro Broncos logos, and that's pretty cool. I do prefer the current Broncos logo because it's kind of what Craig Crenshaw said. It came out last night.
Perfect. That helps.
It's kind of what I've grown up with at this point, but...
Came out last night. Best of the rest.
Man, this was a heated series.
Ronnie the Slayer Sayer got it.
Ronnie Slayer winning the Tony Romo Speed Flex.
If you want to play that back from the 6 p.m. show, it's right around the 40-minute mark, right around the 38-minute mark. So anyone that's interested in taking a look at it, go for it. And then, talk to Ronnie if you need to get in contact with him. Maybe making him an offer. So
I'm looking at this Best of the Rest series, and let me just put it on the board. I know I'm going to tease you guys with ones that are gone, but my goodness, look at what we offered from the start. Can you just take this all in for a moment? I mean, a Brett Favre Speed Flex on that Georgia bucket, not just any Speed Flex, a Hydro Speed Flex. I mean, that is sick. I don't want to confuse you in what's here and what's not anymore. But, I mean, the Tom Brady is the prize. That's 1 Speed Flex. The Favre is 2 Speed Flexes. We've also got the Gronkowski, Chad Johnson. That's 3-4. George Kittle, 5. Tony Romo, 6. A.J. Brown, 7. And the Steve Smith Sr., 8. 8 Speed Flexes. I mean, guys, this is a spoiled series. Most of this is, what I just ran down. Some of it is gone. But, I mean, and look at that Chad Johnson. I mean, look at the artistry work on that. I mean, they literally just put a picture of him on the side of one, and then they ripped the other side. I mean, that is just sick. Ocho Cinco, sick.
Attaboy Craig hopping into the can't miss 1-4 double box So now we are halfway to go on that. Can't miss 1 and 4 double box.
We could get a halfway. We could get a double box in the 1 and 4 guys.
Let's do it.
Let's do that. I mean, that would be so sick. We're probably going to see a headliner come out.
Like I said, it'll be.
I can almost guarantee that we're going to see a headliner come out because the ratios in that charts. Can't miss 1 and 4.
17 out of 23. It'd be really tough not to.
We would have to pull 2 of those 6 unpictured headliners. But my goodness, that would be so sick to see something in that realm come out. What do we like, guys? What are we liking? Nick and I can be here by the very latest 2:45 before the 3 o'clock show starts up. But if we aren't moving, we will end things a little sooner. I will say that last show we did end things at around 11:15-ish or so we did end a little bit sooner there. But this show can go till the 2 o'clock mark, and then some. So usually we try to hang out until 2:30 and jump off at a decent amount of time.
We extend over the goal line, which that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. But I mean, we are but the medium to your winnings.
Exactly. I'm with you, Craig. Let's play in this 1 and 4. Come on, guys and gals.
Yes, sir.
Let's get in here. 1 and 4 is stacked. 1 and 4 is stacked.
So we did do a practice squad double in here already. We've got this waiting to be won Tom Brady speed flex at the very end of the Best of the Rest series.
Would that be a fun series? I'm completely unrelated to kind of what my brain was trickling off into other things. With Troy Polamalu there, with Shaq there, Tom Brady, maybe, I think Derek Jeter and David Ortiz endorsed a couple things. Would it be fun for them to sign the things that they endorse, like get a Head and Shoulders Troy Polamalu?
Yeah, right.
Get an Icy Hot signed Shaq.
No, I want the Frank Thomas Nugenics.
Ooh, yeah.
Not to use.
She's going to like that, too.
She'll love it, too. No, what else is there? There was, what else did Shaq have? Oh, get me a signed Buick.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the whole car.
Yeah. What was Blake Griffin? Was he a Kia? Give me a signed Kia from Blake Griffin.
That's a whole lot more than I expected.
Yeah. Or
Blake Griffin and the Kia.
Wasn't give me that Hulu jersey that Baker Mayfield was wearing in that Hulu has live sports.
Yes.
Give me a Hulu Baker Mayfield jersey.
Hulu Baker Mayfield would go. Dude, that would be
that would hit so hard.
You would wear that out to stadiums, and people would want to take pictures of it.
Exactly.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of legal issues as to why we can't get some of those things. But sure. You never know. You never know. I mean, if those companies are willing to work with everybody.
A painting done by Peyton Manning, signed Painting Manning or Peyton Manning.
Peyton
Manning. No, Peyton.
Peyton.
Love it.
You were talking about his gigantic forehead earlier.
Yeah.
And I would have stopped you because that's mean. But then again, he has commercials in and of himself where he's making fun of his own forehead.
He's been an SNL host. He knows what comedy is. He knows how to take a joke.
He's been pretty good on SNL.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. He's still one of my favorites too. With him like whipping the ball at the kid, he's just yelling at him.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't even try.
None of you are gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And then they just gave Eli that fake. The fake out show on he's gonna be something. Oh God, now it's gonna bother me. What's gonna be that Eli Manning show?
I remember being on there, but
so he went undercover for Penn State as Chad Powers. That's what's gonna be.
Yeah.
So Chad Powers is gonna get its own little mini episode or show. Chad Powers show.
That's unreal. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, so Hulu Chad Powers is getting its own little.
I can't believe that.
It says it's a TV series, so I don't know how many episodes. 8 episodes? Are you serious?
No way.
Get out of here.
There's no way they came up with like an actual storyline. They got to be like one. No, I mean like they got to be like one-off episodes, right?
Oh my God! Yeah. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Chad Powers. Oh my God.
So yeah, a disgraced college quarterback named Russ Holiday disguises himself as Chad Powers and walks onto a struggling Southern football team to revive his football career. Right. So yeah, based on that prank that they did. Oh my God, Steve Zahn is in here. He's in a bunch of like, he's in a bunch of like B-list stuff like this. He's like the dad in Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
I love him in Strange Wilderness. That's one of my favorite like awful comedies. Oh man, yeah. What else could you even make you make shows based off pranks now? That's crazy.
Yeah, right. What a world this is. That's why you come to the UA break room. We don't just break boxes. We give you breaking news, and it's the breaking news that you can't get anywhere else.
They make him look like Tom Cruise. They make him look like.
They're like, we couldn't get Tom Cruise. He was filming The Last Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get you instead.
They make him look like War of the Worlds Tom Cruise.
We give you the best info here in the break room, but also you give us the best info by jumping into the breaks and letting us know who you want in here. I want to see who's in this chat right now. Everybody that's in this chat that's watching us at the moment, drop something in here that say because
let us know you're alive out there.
How many people we have in here because it's been kind of sitting right where it's been at, but that could be the case. People might be jumping in.
I think it's usually that unless it changes that little eyeball, the number next to the eyeball is usually how many we got.
But say hello in here. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know what you want to see broken.
Yeah.
I know Craig was pushing for that 1 and 4 because he bought those 2 spots. All there are 2 more spots.
Yeah.
Girls, as he said. Let's play in the 1 and 4.
Close out that 1 and 4 double. Get some closer magic. Get 2 chances in that one.
Chase Wheel Spin is the best of the rest series. So far we do not have a Chase Wheel Spin.
Nope.
So far, we will still be kind of giving our we do have some boxes here, so we can give a hit of the show. It's not really a deep one as of yet. This is not something that's pulled, guys. This is the prize at the very end of the Best of the Rest series. It's the Tom Brady. You can win that, but we have to close the series out before we do the raffle for it. So,
who wants to join Joseph in the Best of the Rest quad box? That's the only thing that's been dipped into on the Best of the Rest side of things. Otherwise, wide open the single, wide open the double, 6 slots left to go in the quad box.
Joseph Andreozzi.
Yes, correct.
All my Italians were in the break room this morning. I love it.
Best of the rest, the best of the rest.
There was somebody else in that first break that was Jeff Capofieri. Jeff has got to be Italian too for that last name. TJ Anzalone was in their chat earlier today, and I'm pretty sure with that last name. Anzalone. He's got to be a little bit Italian.
Could be.
So let's all get the Italian American Club going, ladies and gentlemen. I want to meet some of you guys, maybe at some of those UA outings that we do, basically, right? I've heard about a couple of those. Still kind of new here, but I imagine with the summer baseball schedule upon us, maybe some of those will get scheduled. Maybe there will be UA. I know that there were a couple of opportunities for UA to partner with WRMN, or like you guys just had your live show for the draft with Illinois Media School. So if UA is partnering with stuff, we might have some community events. You never know.
That'd be great.
That would be sick. Maybe we're breaking helmets live from somewhere.
That'd be the goal.
That'd be tough.
That'd be fun.
We'd have to move this whole room somewhere. I mean, it wouldn't be this room.
No, we would just have to bring as many. We'd have to bring all the series with us, and then a couple of backups for sure. But we'd be set. We'd have to just bring exactly that. Bring that. Make sure we pack a lunch, and we'll be good to go.
Or we have not 8 different series. Maybe we have 3 series. Maybe we have a jersey, a mini, and one big series. But like instead of it being out of 30 boxes, maybe we do it out of like 60 boxes, and then load it up, get it out somewhere.
Well, safe to say we need a U-Haul for sure.
Yeah, I'm just spitballing ideas. I don't know if any of this is.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the logistics either.
Yeah. But I have thrown it out there for our managers, so you never know if we
UA on the go.
UA live show. It was actually their idea. They were like, we want to do some live breaks from a location.
That'd be fun.
So if you guys know of a location that's local here to the Chicagoland area, drop it in the chat. I'll pass it on. We'll make sure that we can get a chance to talk to some of those people. It would be a great spot.
Moises wants to see some more Funko Pops.
There's only 7 left in the diamond double box. Get them while they last. Yes, Rob.
Yes.
Rob's in there. He's advocating for himself. Go get those 7 spots, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
The diamond's still loaded. I keep looking up at this break board, and it's still got speed flexes galore. We've got the Amon-Ra St. Brown and the Josh Allen, so I don't know why you would hesitate. Not Troop said he's dying to see more Funko Pops. If that's the case, I don't know how many Funko Pops we get in here. If that's the truth, not Troop, then maybe I can talk to them about maybe getting either just more Funko Pops in the room in general, or just a straight up Funko Pop series.
That would be fun.
I don't know if we have enough to do a series. I'm not the one that looks at inventory, so I cannot promise that for you. But I will advocate for more Funkos.
You see them pop up in the 1-4 camp in the 1-4.
Yeah, we don't get too many people asking for the Funko Pops either, but I do see the value in them because they're like little collector's items for like people who collect Funko, and we have a bunch of like very rare ones. Like I will say, like the only Funko Pop I've ever bought was for my dad for like I think it was like a birthday gift or whatever. It was just an extra little stocking stuffer type of thing, but like. It was Deadpool as Bob Ross.
Ooh, that's fun.
So, like, not just straight... I was looking for a straight-up Deadpool one, and they didn't have it. And I was like, you know what? I'll go for the next best thing. This niche Deadpool Bob Ross one.
I remember when I first interviewed here, they had Stone Cold, but on the beer Zamboni, that one was the... That one, not only was that was tough to find in stores, and then on top of it, having it signed was just icing on the cake, absolutely. So
nice.
I was like, eventually, I was able to find one in stores of him on the Zamboni. That's my go-to, obviously, being the wrestling fan. Wrestling Funkos, whether the WWE or New Japan also has a couple in there as well. But WWE Funko, and then a couple of here and there between like the TV series I like and a couple movies. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. If I had more time and more interest in like refining a collection like that, I would definitely want more.
Oh
Funkos.
yeah, and then you need the space.
Yeah.
You need the space because as soon as you buy one, then you fall over. Then as soon as you get one, start collecting, going up in there in your pile, and then you start falling all over them because you're like, oh, I didn't know I had 50, 60 of them now.
I used to collect like all the McDonald's toys, right? Like you could do it without even just buying a bunch of like Happy Meals and stuff like that. You could just buy the toys. Or we had friends that worked for McDonald's and they just get us the whole series. And I wanted all the Star Wars ones.
Oh, okay.
Because like when Clone Wars came out, like those were like bobblehead-esque. So kind of along the lines of Funko Pops.
I think I remember that one, yeah.
And those are probably going to be worth a little something in a long while. I mean, It's not the traditional Star Wars, but I mean, with the success that Star Wars has and the fact that it's the complete series, probably age it and get a pretty penny off of those.
I'm sure my parents did a couple of those different series. The one I really remember going hard and trying to get all of them was the when the Simpsons movie dropped for Burger King.
Yeah.
And I remember getting a bunch of those. I got the Golden Homer, so hopefully that's maybe...
The Golden Homer,
yeah. That was good.
I forgot about that.
Here we go. Jeff August dropping into the double box best of the rest.
There you go, Jeff.
That's how you do it. Be the first one to hop on in there.
I need this... it just barely clears. I wish this arm would go like one more tick down. Although to do that, I'd have to... drop the seat a little bit. I guess that's not so bad.
Nah,
I'm not the tallest to begin with, so it's always tough. But yeah, guys, what do we want to see? We want to see that 1 in 4. That's for sure. There's only 2 spots left. Those are quick to close. With Craig buying, was it Craig that bought 2?
Yeah, Craig bought 2, so 2 left in that 1 and 4 double box.
I would just close that out, ladies and gents.
Do it.
Hey, maybe you buy one and Craig buys the other. Yes, Craig has a 3-1 chance over you. However, there's sniper magic, and it's a double box. So who's to say that you can't also win something alongside Jeff?
Yeah.
Or Craig. Yeah. Let's see. What else are we missing here? You see the ticker going across the bottom. Everything should be accurate. That just goes to show you how many boxes we are staring at here in the room. There's a lot of them. We got to clear some of this out at some point, ladies and gents.
Get on out of here.
Yeah, we don't want to be still looking at these boxes. We want them opened up. We want them being sent out to you.
Yes.
That is going to be the best. Closing in on the 1 hour and 40-minute mark of this show. I will say, since we don't have a chase wheel spin, we are 2 away on the can't miss. If the can't miss closes, we're going to be staying on here till 2 at the earliest. But if the can't miss, if we can close the can't miss in the next 10 minutes, so that gives you to 147. If we can close it in the next 10 minutes, of course, we would get that break. But also, Nick and I can stay on a little bit longer than even so.
Yeah.
But if something is, we got to get something down to closed by 2 o'clock, or at least like 3 to go by 150 or 155, in order for us to extend our time past 2 p.m. And of course, if we're breaking those things, then we're going to be staying on till 2 or however long it takes for us to open the box, randomize, write you up, all that good stuff. But I would say, guys, if you want this show extended, which you do, trust me, there's so much on this board that I've been staring at here for a minute, and I'm just surprised that we still have all of this, because hot heat, Mayfield, Brady, Gronkowski, St. Brown, other Brown, A.J. Brown, Garrett, Smith. That's very vague, but I'm just doing last names. Burrow, Falk, Palomalu, Manning. What is there not to love? I mean, my goodness. Taylor, Kittle, Donald, Allen. Did I say Josh Allen? I think I skipped over Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah, I can skip over Josh Allen.
And like I said earlier, it's one of my favorites. So, plus a bunch of Warrens. Warren Sapp, Warren Moon, Tyler, what? No, wait a minute. Not Tyler Warren yet. Warren Sapp, Warren Moon. I have only had, I think, 1 mooning or 2 moonings.
We were here for one of them.
You were here with me for one.
Jersey the other day.
And then I think I had one in training with Common.
Solid opportunity for an Aaron Donald, George Kittle double up.
Yeah. Guys, the double ups are outrageous.
Oh, yeah.
And we give you as best of an opportunity as we possibly can when making these series, so that you guys have the fun. You guys come out the big winners. And, we just can't control your fate. You have control of your fate and your destiny.
If Sapp is on the Bucks, you can get a Baker Mayfield, Warren Sapp. Warren Moon, he's on a couple of different ones. So if he's on a Seattle, double up there at the same breath, double up in that Donald or Kittle. But if he's on maybe a Viking lid, Amon-Ra and Warren Moon.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titan. So him and George, so both secondary headliners could hit there. So we got some double up options for sure in that diamond section.
Guys, I've said this before on the show, but luck is just preparation meeting opportunity. You can prep yourselves with this preparation by buying spots in the break room, right? Because that is the opportunity you have to win these helmets. Preparation, opportunity. All of a sudden, we do the randomization and you come out a winner and everybody just goes, oh, that guy got lucky.
Exactly.
No,
right.
He didn't get lucky. He bought his spot. He jumped in when he saw that the jumping in was nice and fine, and came away with something that somebody else didn't, because they didn't prepare. They didn't jump in. They didn't take that opportunity and seize it. I sound like I'm Eminem over here. You got one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. But
grab
honestly,
the brass ring and just
that's how the game works. And hey, if you don't like, this is so hard to imagine, but if you don't like one of the names that's on these, if you don't like a single name, any of them, oh, I don't like Tom Brady. Oh, I don't like Rob Gronkowski. Oh, I don't like Josh Allen. Oh, I don't like Puka Nacua. I don't like Kurt Warner. I don't like Amon-Ra St. Brown. If you don't like any of the names that we have here, but yet you're in here watching, buy into the breaks. You know why? Do you know why? Because somebody else likes that guy more than you, and then you win that helmet, and you get to set your price point. Because they're going to be searching for that. You might not want it after you've won it. So now you can sell it to the guy for more than what you paid for it in that spot. You flip that thing. Flipping is like the easiest. Like you buy something that you don't find is super high in value. Maybe you've even bartered down. Here you can't barter down. These are set prices, but like you barter with us to get a different type of Chase wheel spin. Nick gives it to you. If you win a gift card, then boom, that's just more money in your pocket. That's a good example of that. But going back to these helmets, say you bought into the diamonds for the single for $96 and you won that Josh Allen Speed Flex. Maybe you don't like Josh Allen, but I'll tell you what, that Speed Flex easily is well worth over $1,500 probably.
Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, the Speed Flex alone is probably worth $900. So you're getting close to $1,000 there. Then add in the fact that it's a salute to service on that Josh Allen. Then add in the fact that Josh Allen just had a great season.
MVP.
On the field and off the field. And yeah, MVP like Nick said. But also, it's freaking Josh Allen. Somebody might pay upwards of $2,000 for that if they're not looking around, or if you can catch somebody in a spot where they really desperately need a Josh Allen in Speed Flex form, in salute to service form. I mean, rare opportunities here in this break room.
Yeah, like you mentioned, if you land on somebody that you're not exactly chasing for, someone else always is, and that gives you great trade pieces, great trade value. Because again, if maybe you're not a Dallas Cowboy fan, but you throw a stone, you're probably going to hit a Dallas Cowboy fan, or most likely a Steelers fan, or an Alabama fan, or a Notre Dame fan, someone along those lines.
I will say.
So, Dak Prescott with a jersey, Troy Polamalu on a slew of helmets in here. We even got Joe Montana if you're a Notre Dame guy. But again, in that same breath too, San Francisco 49ers, very well represented here in this break room. So always someone looking for something.
I will say I was driving home yesterday. I was at the Chicago Stars FC game for press availability. After we got a chance to interview the players and the coaches, I got out around like 9 o'clock, and had just enough time to zip over to the gym to get a quick workout in before they closed. Because I was like, what else am I going to do on this Saturday night? I was too tired to do anything else. It was a long day. And I was like, you know what? I am going to just get one quick workout in and go home, call it a night, right? Rather than
a gym that closes. Maybe. I mean, I just wrapped up in the commercial, all the commercial gyms. That's all I know, really.
Well, my other gym, the one that's a little bit closer to my home, but I bought a membership over here that was just the same price. So it works with my schedule basically better is how that works. But my gym closes on a Saturday at 7.
Oh, Jesus.
And this gym stays open till 10.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that is a steal because it's not too far from here and where I was at SeatGeek. So I was like, I could get there in like 15 minutes and get at least like a 45-minute workout in, something like that, you know? So got in, but then I was driving home from that. And driving behind me was this big GMC like SUV truck. And it had like 17 bright headlights on the front. They were yellow, they were blue, and they were white. And
I was blind.
Absolutely blind. Now I'm not going anywhere with the team necessarily, unless you think about the blue and the white. As this thing passed me, the whole back windshield was one of those like decals that you could put, and it was Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, and Michael Irvin. I mean, like that is so much. Plus, it had like a Dallas Cowboys like decal on the back trunk. I don't know if it was a magnet or a sticker. And then on top of everything, Wisconsin license plate. I was like, what is going on here? Like, what? First of all, take half of those lights off the front of your car.
Yeah.
That's annoying. Second of all, the all tinted windows looks cool and you look gangster until you get to the very back and you have 3 grown men just like not even blood related to you. I listen, I love the Chicago Blackhawks. I love the Chicago White Sox. I ain't putting no Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane decal on my car, like them hugging or holding up the cup tough. Or whatever. Like that was because it was all 3 of them standing side by side, like holding each other's shoulders. And it's like, what are we doing here? Like, what is this? And this isn't even Dallas.
Not even like an in-game shot either.
Oh my gosh, yeah, right? Like, oh my gosh. It was very weird to say the least. All right, guys, we are at 147. We still could close out that 1-4 series that Craig bought into. If we have time, but I will say that Nick and I are not really going to extend our time past a little past 2 unless something else is getting closer to breaking. Maybe if I'm generous, I'll give you an extra 5 or 10 here because I know we jumped on at noon, and that would be the 2-hour mark. We got to get the 3 o'clock show in here. We did do a couple breaks here in this show, so things are starting to move here in the break room, but this board is still absolutely loaded with fire. But yeah, that was
fire.
I was like, what is going on? I just want to go home, you know? Last night anyway. I was like, I just want to go home. I got to be on the road with these people. These goofballs. Wisconsinites, you know? That's what it is. No, we love our Wisconsin people. Especially here in the break room. I know there's a number of you that did not want to continue paying Illinois taxes, and I don't blame you. So you're right over the border. Maybe some of you became Packers fans, and that's unfortunate. But, you know, we all got to have our flaws, right? Right, Jeff August?
Eric right now hopping into the practice squad single 2 times. So we got 5 more spots left to go in that practice squad single.
5 to go, guys. All right. I will say if at 2 o'clock, so that gives you 12 minutes, if that practice squad single is down to 3 to go, Nick and I will stay on for a little while longer. Then I'll give you another little ultimatum. Oh, Jay August is in Illinois. My bad. I just associated since you're a Packer fan. I thought you were above the border. See, he is in here. Jeff, what are you doing, my guy? What do we have for you on the board? Do we have I don't think we have Packers right now. It'd probably be in the Ann Moore section.
Probably some bonus bangers.
He said, no, I have good taste. I don't know. You and I both live in Illinois, so I don't think we have good taste.
There was a series that had Jordan Love in there, so I'm sure he's gone.
Yeah.
But he was lurking.
I did see that. But if you want, oh no, that's not in there. You're a Sox fan. Yeah, so I don't have good taste. I know. So is Nick. But you're a Packers fan, so you don't have good taste either, my guy. We're both Blackhawks fans, though, so we're all Blackhawks fans here. So we have a certain we'll go with refined taste.
Good taste.
It's narrowed down.
Food. White
Everything
Sox
else is out there. The White Sox fandoms, the Green Bay fandoms, the Bears fandoms. It's out there. But the refined taste, we can agree on Blackhawks and Bulls, right?
Good taste in ballpark food, though. I'll take the cake shake over everything.
Yeah, I won't even extend it to the Bulls because that's still a Jerry Reinsdorf owned team. It's tough.
Well, they're not even White. I mean, White Sox majority ownership doesn't belong to Jerry anymore, so that's
right.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the Ishbias now. So
we're getting there.
I feel like that we talked about that on WRMN the one time, and then like nothing ever happened. It didn't sound like Jerry was selling, and then all of a sudden, like they went down the whole ownership percentage. And I was like, wait, what deal got done under the table? Didn't you feel the same way? I was like, well, how did all of a sudden the hands change?
Yeah, no, it hasn't. It hasn't been very much reported on all too much.
Yeah, so that was a little weird. But yeah, guys. Let's take a gander at that break page. I'll drop it in here for you one more time, just so that you guys can see what you'd like to buy into. And then, even if it's not in this show, you can check out the spots for the 3 o'clock show. Jeff August said point match. Yes, I guess so. Fair.
Yep, that's a wash.
Yeah. 121 losses on our way to 122 this year, right? What's the 1-4? Can't miss 1-4. Was that in the? Oh yeah, 2 spots to go in the double. 2 spots to go in the double. So I'll drop that in here.
Practice squad single is 5 to go. That would probably be our closest across the board. Otherwise, 6 left to go in that best of the rest quad box.
Yes, sir. There we go. 2 spots to go in this double box. Can't miss 1 and 4. Or 1 in 4. What did I say?
Pistons came back, tied it up, 61 all in the third quarter.
Who did?
Pistons.
Oh.
Tied it up, 61 all.
How we doing with that Blues and Jets game?
Let's take a gander. 4-1 Blues.
Whoa!
End of the second period.
Blues may, in fact, even up this series. Yeah. I mean, we still got 20 minutes of hockey to go, but my goodness.
They had themselves a second period there, folks.
I am also going to give you the link to the Best of the Rest series, just because that is where the Tom Brady is going to be coming out of in that prize raffle.
Jets started the scoring. Started off 1-0. It's been 4 unanswered by the Blues. So 4-1 is your current score. Heading into the third period. And like I mentioned, third quarter here in Detroit. 61 all at the Little Caesars Arena. Solid game from Cade Cunningham so far. 16.6 assists, 4 blocks on the day. And looking on triple-double watch for Jalen Brunson. Man, the triple-double just doesn't feel as special anymore. But still, I mean, I can't take away that it is it is an impressive stat, but that used to be a thing back in the day, like triple-double watch. Like, no, now just
everybody's getting them, yeah.
Nikola Jokic just averages them. Westbrook definitely just trifled that, didn't just ruin that. Now they take the lead, 62-61. The Pistons do. And then I had a couple nerfies in the MLB realm. Let's see if we.
Did you end up taking anything as far as nerfies?
Yes. So
no runs in the first inning for those of you that are like, what are they talking about? Nerfies.
I had Orioles Tigers. That one cashed.
Nice. Did you take them separate?
No, I parlayed them. So Orioles Tigers cashed. I'll have to see what happened if this Brewers and Cardinals. What happened? Probably not. Looking like it's 3-0. Yeah, all in the first inning. So never mind. We lose. It's okay.
Darn.
Don't gamble anything you're not willing to lose. I'm not buying coffee tomorrow. So that's what I lose out on.
There you go. You and I will be here again tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
We'll be switched back over. I'll be on the producer's side, and you'll be over here breaking, as we do on Mondays. But most of these series, I think, will not be here tomorrow if things get closed out later on tonight. Everybody tends to jump in the evening shows. But if you are the early bird, you get the worm in the 9 or the noon shows. I would not hold off.
Michael Convey happened back into the read option doubles box double, or practice squad double.
Okay.
So 6 more to go in that double.
6 spots to go, guys. You got 5 minutes, and then maybe I'll be nice and extend it just a little bit, but we want to make sure that we are moving along here in that break spot. We may have movement elsewhere, but you know, if something isn't close to breaking, then we may have a little bit of a change of the producers here as we move into the 3 o'clock show. And I said producers, but the host and the producer. I meant both of us. I'm not just kicking Nick out, but yeah. You're not here for the 3 o'clock?
No, I am. I'll be here for 3.
Well, then he's kicking me out. That's how that works.
It should be me and Ricky at 3 o'clock, and then it should be Ricky and Steven closing us out at 6 o'clock.
Swapping me for Ricky. Just a reminder, guys, you want to follow us on all of our socials so you can always see what's here in the break room, see what we're posting, see what kind of signings we're going to. Because that's another thing, too. Like, if you know of some signings and it's because we're going to them, maybe you can go to one. Maybe it's in your area. Maybe you can just get yourself something signed there. Or maybe it's something you won in this break room that is a plain helmet like this, Patriots-wise. I mean, this is a Tom Brady, so I don't know if I'd tamper with this. But maybe you know that there's going to be other members of the Patriots championship teams, the Super Bowl teams, at that signing. Maybe you also want to get them signed on things you've won here in the break room. So that's always a possibility as well. You can go out and get your own signatures, or you could just meet us in person at UA at these public events, signings.
So Chicago like Sports Spectacular. The next time that's happening, November 21st.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
they are having a Detroit show though, so May 30th through June 1st.
Nice.
In Novi, Michigan.
Interesting. Okay.
I know those are, like I said, that usually happens in Rosemont, the Chicago Spectacular.
Right, yeah.
Let me just see. When is
That's our biggest convention center over here. Other than
National Sports
downtown
Collectors Convention.
The McCormick Place, Old McCormick Place and New McCormick Place are, sometimes it's a struggle to get to. So.
Oh, and then of course the 45th National Sports Collectors Convention, the biggest one, is July 30th through August 3rd this year at that same place at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center, Rosemont.
Yep.
It always gets busy around there. I try and get to at least one of those days just because it's so much fun looking at all that stuff. They do have a bunch of they usually have a couple other like shows within there. The meet and greets are cool. But man, just being there, that environment, seeing all the big names like JSA, Beckett, all the big sports, all the graders, they're all there.
Yeah.
All like Prism is all there. All the big like card companies, they're all there. Panini, they're all giving stuff out. They're all giving stuff away. It's always a great time going to those convention shows. Unfortunately, I mean, I had some sports people there, but it's more like a pop culture thing. C2E2 happened about a couple weeks ago.
I did see that. Yeah.
So I'm sure. I mean, we probably could have got some 1 in 4 gear. A lot of Funkos probably signed. Probably got that Scott Schwartz and Peter Billingsley if they were there. And then there's some Halloween thing? It's like Chicago Freakout. That's more your alley, right?
Chicago Freakout, but I know Midwest Haunters Convention is in June. I will be attending that one. Midwest Haunters Convention is always a fun time. They do encourage you to dress up. I don't really dress up unless I'm working in the little mini haunted house that they put on there, which is always very cool. It's the group that I'm a part of, the Home Haunters. But I'm mostly there to check things out, get some ideas, network. There's a lot of really cool people in the haunt world. It's kind of the reverse, I will say. The Christmas world, everybody is competing against each other. They all want one more light, like the Griswolds. They all want to, that guy's got one more light. His house is... Halloween, everybody's nice, everybody's friendly, everybody's willing to share ideas and come together and just shake your hand and get to meet you, Nobody's all that famous, right? So, like, we're all just down-to-earth people. There are some people that are, like, famous in there, but I will say...
I think was that the one Nightmare Weekend? Is that what you're talking about? May
no,
2nd?
That's something else.
Okay.
Did that already happen?
No, May 2nd through the 4th.
Oh, I probably know some people that are going to that. That's myself in a couple days, probably not going to that.
I just keep seeing it because there's a couple of wrestlers gonna be there: Booker T, Lita, Orange Cassidy, Christian Cage, Gangrel, Mick Foley, and then the Fantasy Super cosplay wrestlers. So I guess people that dress up and there's a guy that does Leatherface in the ring.
Oh. Okay, so we are at the 2:00 hour. Because Nick and I were chatting a little bit there, I am gonna extend the time a little bit. I'm gonna give you. I'll give you till 2:10. How about that? We'll give you another 10 minutes to see if we could get close to closing out that double box in the practice squad, was it? Was it what was moving again?
Yeah, so the double box practice squad has 6. You're halfway to go again on the 1 in 4 double box. And then there's 6 to go in the quad box for the best of the rest.
But we got to be completely closed out, ladies and gents, for me to go ahead and actually do that one.
Yes, indeed. There's actually some pretty good lineup for this Nightmare Weekend thing, like I said. William Shatner's there.
William Shatner.
Chandler Riggs, the guy that played Carl in Walking Dead.
Carl.
A couple other.
Ross Marquand.
Eli Roth. Eli Roth is going to be there. The guy that produced and made Hostel.
Yeah,
he's in Inglourious Bastards.
He's a famous one.
Yeah, he's good.
Ross Marquand. He's the one that he's in The Walking Dead as well, but he also plays Red Skull in the newer Avengers.
Okay, gotcha.
It was in Endgame and because they couldn't bring back the other guy to do that, so he's done a couple things now.
Gotcha. Clint Howard, a weird looking guy.
Yeah. I don't know some of these names.
Ooh, Brian O'Halloran, the guy from the Clerks.
Oh yeah. Wow, he's getting old.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Oh, Greg Nicotero. He's the director of a lot of stuff, including The Walking Dead. Well, he was The Walking Dead.
Then Bozo the Clown, Joey Duriaro. Oh, Dana Snyder. Yeah, this guy's funny. This guy's good. He's a couple of good voice actors.
Yeah.
He was also in Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. And then I guess the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog is going to be there. That's going to be good.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. What a show. Who even thought of that thing?
Easily in my Cartoon Network Mount Rushmore.
Oh, absolutely. Return the slab.
Them, Ed, Edd n Eddy. If I'm going newer school, either a toss-up of regular show and Adventure Time.
Yeah, that's fair. I like that.
And then I would maybe go either like Dexter's Lab.
I was always a big Ben 10 guy, but
Ben 10's good.
I don't know. I mean, like good. They kind of like they watered it down and did so many different series with it. It was like, all right, is he Ben like 10,000 at this point? So I don't know if I'd throw that in a Mount Rushmore.
That team
my personal Mount Rushmore, maybe, yeah. But like, yeah, after a while, it's like
I would put maybe Blue from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends up there.
Yeah. Oh, I loved cheese.
Yeah.
I like cereal. See, and I like potatoes.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's good. Gordo.
I love when they would always like put them together and they'd be like, "Does that what that makes you?" Blue cheese, mac and cheese.
Oh God.
Or what was the other one? There was another one. Forget what it was. That's crazy. All right, guys, 203. Let's get moving on that double box in the practice squad or the 1 and 4. They can't miss. It's got to be closed out by 210. Otherwise, Nick and I are for sure jumping off. Unfortunately, we aren't going to get a chase wheel spin unless we magically close out the best of the rest. So it doesn't have to close out the entire series, but we just need a break in there to get a chase wheel spin. We do need to close out the entire series to raffle off this Tom Brady Speed Flex that you see on the table right here. This has not been won. Nobody won this. Not yet. It could be yours. As of right now, Brady entries for the best of the rest. Stephen Plecky, Chris Bramvold, Jeff August. How about that? 30% chance out of the 10 spots.
Yeah.
And then Michael Convey and Ronnie Sayer.
Danny Trejo had to cancel. That's a shame, but that's okay. Everyone else is there. I'm still looking at the Nightmare people that are going to be at the...
Yeah.
It'd be fun if we got a Danny Trejo shine machete in here. Machete.
So, guys, let us know.
Detroit getting a bigger lead now, 71-64. End of the third quarter. Just put your fours up. See what's going to happen in that conclusion. See if the Pistons tie it up 2-2. Or if New York comes back and takes a 3-1 commanding lead. And finally, let's see, like I said, NHL, yeah, still haven't started the third period. Still 4-1, obviously.
Gotcha.
So there we go. Like I said, stocked up in real life in terms of sports, stocked up here in the break room.
Ethan jumping in here saying, "What's up, Ethan? How we doing?
What's up?
We're coming to a close in this show, Ethan. It's we're gonna get the 3 o'clock guys in here, but make sure you get your spots before 3 o'clock. Make sure you jump into something. Let me know if you have any questions. I won't really have enough time to give another rundown here on this show, but you'll hear it at the 3 o'clock hour, and you can go on to our break page with some of the links that I just dropped in there. And you can check out our break page to see what is available. We have 8 series on the board. The Can't Miss 1 and 4, not to be confused with the Can't Miss jerseys. The Halftime Vault, the Black and Blue Authentics, the Best of the Rest. And when we are done with the Best of the Rest, the entire series has got to be closed out. We have 11 boxes left with 6 headliners. And in addition to those 6 headliners, we have 3 spots in the Tom Brady Speed Flex raffle. You could be winning this puppy. It could be coming home to you. So nobody's won this yet. This is just still sitting right here.
Yep, just chilling.
Chilling out. Guys, we got 4 minutes to go here unless we are close. Nick working diligently on the keys over there, putting in orders for you guys. And we'll have him doing that in the 3 o'clock show with... Unless, are you back here on the hosting side?
No, I'm just going to be back to producing.
Back to producing. Gotcha. So we shall see, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you're chasing. Let us know what you want to see. That way we know we should have it in the break room, but also so that we can assist you in where to buy in if it's already on our boards.
Exactly.
You just never know. Check something real quick. Excuse me. We only have a few moments left here.
It's been fun. It's been good. Like I mentioned. Glad we were able to get into something. Nevertheless, Brian Arakpo on the jersey. And then we pulled the Aaron Jones mini. So by default, of course, those will be our gold and bronze.
Yeah.
Gold and silver.
Gold and silver, yeah. Such a deep hit, though, Arakpo.
So giveaways, kind of all over the place. So in our Chase Wheel Spin, technically a giveaway if you buy into that said break and then it breaks. At the end of it, we do a Chase Wheel Spin to spin all the names in there, and it falls between. If it falls on you, then you get a chance at spinning a number and getting another gift card. Otherwise, I mean, we have this giveaway in the Best of the Rest series. If you go ahead and if you fall into the last 3 spots that are available, you have a potential shot at the Tom Brady.
Michael Convey says 1 left in the double, 1 and 4.
Yes.
Let's close it before they take off. I will extend it. We can go till 2:15. Let's do that, guys. We'll make it 2:15 as our hopping off point. We're coming up on 2:10, so I'm basically giving you 7 minutes to close that 1 and 4. There's only 1 spot. Maybe one of you that are already in there want to take it. With the double, then we could do the double and be done here, because I don't think we're going to be close on anything else. But hey, while we're doing the double, if something else wants to fill, might as well. That 1 and 4 series is definitely a heat-seeking series. We're going to have something very cool coming out of there.
I think so.
Did we close it out?
Bang, Jeff August coming in hot.
Jay August closing it out. Craig has 2 spots in there, Michael Convey. You have 1, and then Jeff August now takes that final spot. JA4. Nick is working to get that up for us. Yes, closer magic. Ladies and gentlemen, let me scroll on over here. What? I'll just wait till you throw that up there.
Yeah, sorry.
No rush.
Double box, there we go.
Before, because he chases those Farvlids. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. We're getting those orders placed in there, and we're going to do this double box break for the 1 and 4. Meanwhile,
alrighty, all good to go.
Perfect. Can't miss 1 and 4. Double box break number 2. Drop 2 box numbers. I'll leave it that way just because you guys are all veterans. You know the deal. You know what's going on here. Pick a number, Craig, says Michael Convey. Craig was in there first, as you guys can see. Michael Convey jumping in, and Jeff August, the closer, magic. Jeff saying box number 36.
Sure thing.
But he's leaving it up to somebody else for that other number, it looks like. Move it. Actually, I'll leave it down here just because I know I'll be putting the other box up there. Let's take a look at what we got. Let me take 36 off the ticker. And the can't miss 1 and 4. $36 off the ticker. And Michael Convey is saying number 28, please. All right. So, ticker is updated. Let's get you guys randomized. We'll go on over here to our randomizer page. That's from before. List randomizer, paste. 7 times around today in this show, as you saw at the start. Good luck, everybody. Michael Convey saying good luck. 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, hoo, hoo. What do we got here? I like this. It's a nice mix here in the 1 and 4. Slide that up. Michael Convey, you have anything football related coming out. So if it's a speed flex, it's coming your way. Jeff August, you've got basketball. So if you're watching the NBA playoffs right now and you want a signed Karl Anthony Towns ball or a Jason Tatum basketball, that could be coming your way as well. Craig, you have everything baseball, so hopefully you are either a Jeter or a Big Papi fan. It could go one of each way. And then, Craig, you also have the everything else. So if it's wrestling, hockey, acting, you name it, we shall see. Kenny Jordan said, put me in. Kenny, you gotta buy in. I can drop the link to the break page for you right now, but you gotta buy into those spots if you want to participate. Here's that link.
Michael Convey wants that Brady.
All right. Box number 28.
Jay August says Shaq.
Shaq, too, yeah. Shaq and Mutombo would be that.
Shaq, no. Yeah, there we go. That boy, Jay August.
I almost thought there was nothing in this box. I was like, wait, what?
Shaq.
Pranks on me.
Shaq.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Congratulations to, who was in this spot? I don't know. I'm going to screen up. Craig Crenshaw. He has won an autographed bat of Tom Glavine. Let me go and grab that bat. It's right over to the side here. Let's see which one is Tom. Oh, it is this one. Let's take a look. This is JSA certified. Right here, like the box off to the side here. Tom Glavine. Right here. On that bat.
Secondary hit.
Very nice. Yeah, it's a secondary headline. Oh, I'm not even showing it. My bad. But yeah, very nice hit right there. Love me a little bit of a Braves player for sure. I think, is he a Braves fan? Oh, that might be a super nice hit from him. Funny how a pitcher's on a bat, though. Although then again, it was the Braves' National League, so Glavine did bat during those times. So regardless, a very nice hit. And because, I know it's a secondary headliner, but because it's so nice and it's a bat, we may as well use our bat stand.
Yeah.
Right here.
You got both pieces?
Yep.
Nice.
I remembered where I put them yesterday. We can throw Brady up there. Very nice. You got the JSA certification sticker right here. Hold on, let me pull this out. Uno momento. Very nice. Very nice hit. All right.
So his best hitting year, now obviously Tom Glavine, the pitcher, his best hitting year, 96. He hit 289.
289, not bad.
5 walks, 17 strikeouts, but not his worst in that regard. I think he definitely followed it up and had a better year. But he had 3 RBIs. He had 792. Like I said.
Jonathan Brown saying anything in Jets. Yeah, we had a Jets helmet. Where was that?
Well, Joe Namath on the black and blue authentic.
Yeah, that's. I was looking at the black and blue. I'm like, it was in there. But I believe that was a slate or a very slate style. I believe helmet,
so. Yeah.
On the Joe Namath, but a very nice helmet nonetheless. That's staying in the PC, I guess. Michael Convey saying for Craig Crenshaw. Guys, let's get to box number 36 here in the 1-4 can't miss. I'm glad we got a Braves fan, a Tom Glavine. That is a sick pull.
Nice.
Right there. So let's
nice
see.
Piece of lumber right there.
It is. Let's see who we've got here in box number 36. Well, we got a helmet bag. Interesting. All right. Let's see who we got here. Oh. Oh.
Those some good reactions. I like that.
A little bit of an Ann Moore section.
Sweet.
With the helmet of James Harrison on the Steelers hit. Right there. James Harrison. Very nice. Michael Convey coming away with a helmet. It's not one of the headliners, but still a very nice hit. It is a very clean Steelers bucket right there. Clean auto on the top. Very nice. Very, very nice. Congratulations, guys. That is a nice hit. I'll throw that up here just because we haven't had a helmet in the show just yet, other than that mini. So, very nice hit all around. I'll write you up for that one, Michael Convey. But congratulations to our winners. I'm sorry, Jeff. You were the only one that didn't get a little piece of the pie in this one. But hey, thank you guys for playing. That made it fun to close out the show here. Are we close on anything else?
Still looking like, let's see quickly. I said wide open again in the 1-4s now. 6 to go in the quad box for the best of the rest. 7 to go in the best of the rest double box. 5 more to go in the read option practice squad single. 6 more to go in the double.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like we're...
No, we're...
3 to go in much of anything.
Yeah, no.
So, guys, we will be jumping off unless somebody wants to be nice and close something out real quick. But congratulations to these winners right here, Michael Convey and Craig Crenshaw, on some nice hits. A lot of spectators in the chat right now, guys. I see you. I see some of the usuals. Don't just spectate, guys. Buy into a box break right now because you don't want to wait till the 3 o'clock people get in here, or the people who are already in here, because there's enough of you, all of a sudden start going, well, I think it's time I buy into something, right? And all of a sudden, gone. We kept up with our ratios there in the best of the rest. We have no, I'm sorry, that was the can't miss 1-4. Now we have 21 boxes, 16 headliners. So I mean, still a very hot section to jump into. I would do so accordingly. Let me get this done. James. All right.
Good stuff today, guys.
Yeah, good stuff, guys. We will be back on at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. It'll be Nick and Ricky. I am leaving, but it was so great talking with you guys today, getting a chance to break some stuff. Don't forget, like I said earlier, to follow us on all of our socials. That's Instagram, I believe TikTok, Facebook. Make sure you have all the notifications on for when we go live here at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., 6 p.m. And if it's a Friday, it'll also be the midnight UA After Dark show, just on Fridays. All the other shows, if the 6 o'clock is still selling, it goes past midnight anyway. So we are pretty much always on here in the break room as long as
pull the
you
covers
guys
over your head.
Want to be winning.
Put on the UA break room.
Yeah, there you go. So guys, make sure you're tuned in on all that. We go live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So you can jump in on all 3. Thank you again for joining us, and we will see you at 3 o'clock. For my producer, who did an awesome job, Nick Johnston, and myself,